Hello everyone. In this video I'll be talking with you about basic Java constructs, the type of constructs that you can basically look forward to in the Java programming language. Lots of these constructs are just very general, so they actually apply to other languages as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at that now. Okay, so what I'll be going over in this video is a short introduction to methods. And so to begin with, what is a method? Well, a method is a block of code that you can call in Java so that it reduces your redundancy of code that you have. And it's a very good way of organizing things and sectioning them off into their own specific blocks, or kind of like a module. So to begin with, how do we make a method? Okay, so we're going to make a method by using the syntax public static void, and then we're going to give it a name. I'm going to name my first method method1, then give it some parentheses, and then some curly brackets. So now that we have method 1, let's go ahead and see if this code is compilable and runnable. It is, so the syntax is correct. Okay, so now let's go ahead and start to give it some functionality. So the first thing I'm going to do is make it print something out. System.out.println, and what I'm going to make it print out is just something that says the method is being called. So I'll put method 1 is being called. So where do you call methods from? Well, you call them from main. So again, if I don't call this method, then it will never do anything at all, even though it has the ability to do so now. But let me go ahead and show you. If I run it, nothing happens because it's not being called. So let me go ahead and make a method call, and I'm going to call method 1 using this syntax. So the method name, parentheses, and then semicolon. Usually in Java, when something is an action, it's terminated with a semicolon. You can see that with the system.out.println, parentheses, and then it ends with a semicolon. So the same is true here for the method. That syntax is generally an action that's being carried out. So now method 1 is being called. We can see that now. So what if I wanted to make another method? Could I do so? Surely I could. That is one of the main uses of it, to have multiple methods in your program. So public static void, and I'm going to make this method method2 for name. And in this line of code, let's go ahead and copy the system.out.println. Let's give this a little space and break up things so that you can see the structure of how the code is, and try to use good indentation practices. Okay, so I have method 2 in there now. Again, if I don't call it, it will not come up, and it will not do anything. So I have to call method 2. I'm going to make a method 2 call, and then now you get this. So anytime you have redundancy in your program, let's say you need to do method 1, like let's say method 1 can be thought of as being like a task, and method 2 is another task. Let's say I needed to do method 1 multiple times. Let's say I needed to do it 5 times. Then what would be the case? We'll just call it as many times as you need it in whatever sequence you need it in terms of other method calls. So I'm going to call it 4 more times, and we'll see that it just executed 4 more times. So we can make whatever we have for what it does is complex, is what we need, and let's say I want to say method 1 second statement. Then now we have this situation, and so we can use combinations of this in order to get whatever functionality out of our program that we're looking for. And so that is your basic introduction to methods. Of course, there's a lot more to it than this, but this is just a basic introduction. In later videos I'll make some videos that get into passing methods parameters, which is just data that you're going to pass the method and then have the method do something with that data, and also method returns. So the method itself is going to give you something back when you call it. And so I'll leave that to some more other videos that I will be making up shortly. So that will complete it for this short introduction on methods. Thank you for watching this video on basic Java constructs. Hopefully it was helpful for you. Have a nice day.